If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. The tit, the most unassuming of bird species. The tit is from a large family of small passerine birds which mainly occur in the northern hemisphere. Members of this family are commonly referred to as tits throughout much of the English-speaking world. These birds are mainly small, stocky, woodland species. Some have crests or beards. Just like another animal, the Alba commune pine, they range from 4 to 8 inches. Many species live around human habitation and come readily for nuts or seed, and learn to take other foods. This message was presented by the DeWeather Institute for Climate Knowledge. The DeWeather Cares Knights Tits Kickball Tournament is coming this October and benefits 4 cancer-related charities. See DeWeather Center on Facebook for more information. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This time we have, well, quite frankly, we've made the flight over to Austria. And it is time to kick things off for the TNT Bolt Series. This one is going to feature the cars of the US F2000 series. They're going to run a little bit of a hybrid schedule. Some of it's going to match with the Shock series for the PM18s. Some are going to be completely run on their own, and tonight is one of those nights. Tell you a little bit about the racetrack here as the cars are working their practice laps now. Turn 1 is a 90-degree right-hand turn, Niki Lauda corner. Turn 2, you see up there towards the top left of the track map graphic. That is a 180-degree turn that basically filters straight out into an almost 180-degree left-hand corner. So it's almost like a set of S's with a 90-degree corner right at the beginning of it. Turn number 4, that short right-hander that leads out onto the back straightaway. Couple of 90s in turn 5 and turn 6. Short layout, only 1.4 miles here on this one tonight. And again, the US F2000 cars are the entry-level rung of the Road to Indy ladder. Nagisa Yashikawa going to be your quick timer so far with a lap time of 50.42 seconds. 13 cars entered into the race here this evening. Some fantastic camera views here. Let's pick up James Curtis, who unfortunately the victim of engine woes in the last race here for the Free V Series. He's going to try to rebound back up with a very good finish here this evening. Still have a few minutes left in the practice session. In fact, about 11 minutes remaining here in this one. get you the best lap times up on the side of the screen here. And let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We forgot to mention that in the last race here. Tell us where you're checking in from. Hopefully you're enjoying the show here, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube. Super chats are a fantastic way to get your comments up on the screen. Almost a guarantee, quite frankly, because, well, we're easy. Also, we offer memberships on the NRN side of things as well here. Just a couple of bucks a month to become a supporter of the National Racing Network and all the hard work that we're putting into these things. A lot of our broadcasts are community supported. Without your help, we can't make them happen. Some of these drivers have turned quite a few laps as we see one car going off right back behind James Curtis. High lap mark to this point is the 23 of Andrew Burr. Pick up that car, try to get you a little bit closer look at Burr's number 23 machine. He is just completing lap number 24 here in practice. $14 cars currently on the starting grid, and let's see if he's available anyway. Let's see if Jason Owens is available to talk to us here, the mastermind of the TNT Promotions Series. Tell you what, Jason, this has got to be a pretty big night for you here to have 3 different series running, 3 different car classes, 3 different tracks. We're really showcasing the variety of the iRacing platform here.
Yeah, sorry, I got a little cold going on here at the end of summer, and it's not COVID positive, so we're thankful for that. But just want to say thanks to you and National Racing Network here, Chris, and all your sponsors. We do have title sponsorship available for the entire TNT Rock Block here on NRN TV. We've got fantastic mixed disciplines here, all open wheel cars. We're going to see ovals, crazy spins and avoidance like that. You just saw on the broadcast. It's going to be fun. We've got a really fun 12 weeks and an all-star race here at the end of the season. And like I said, if anybody's interested in sponsoring basically 40 hours of custom content with your branding on it, we're open to talk.
That's one of the big things. Is this is truly hitting target markets that are youthful, engaged. All the metrics, you see lots of comments, lots of interaction, and people that are very brand loyal. So it really no better way for a business to get involved than through the TNT series.
Totally. Really excited to watch this race here from Red Bull Ring. I'll probably show up for some of these USF races this season, and really excited to run the Open Dogleg Oval later at Phoenix.
I am sure you are. That is a personal favorite of yours. The pet project goes right to the top of the line for the PM18s. That show is going to be one of the best you will see on the iRacing platform. The PM18s in Phoenix are just almost match made in heaven territory.
If it weren't for Worldwide Tech, they would be.
Yes, Gateway is another great one for those cars. Well, Jason, rest up, drink some tea or honey or something. Get yourself feeling better here, and hopefully we're talking to you after the PM18s tonight.
I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed.
So there you go. There's Jason Owens, the promoter here. We're going to step out of the broadcast booth for just a minute. We'll get some of the scenic views up here and let you enjoy all the sights and sounds of the Red Bull Ring as practice wraps up here in just about 90 seconds or so. All right, everybody, practice has wrapped up. Qualifications getting ready to roll out onto the racetrack. We'll show you the best lap times. Keep them up on the screen, and let's pick up Timothy Watson. Had a pretty decent showing in the free V race just a little bit ago. Well, and he goes and bends it into turn number 1. So we'll change things up here. Pick up Mike McCullen, see if he's going to be running that same plain blue paint scheme. Yes, he is. Tell you what, though, get accustomed to seeing that towards the mid-pack of the field this season. I shouldn't give Mike too hard of a time here. One of our co-hosts for the Pizza at the Pagoda podcast. Find that on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Talking IndyCar, Road to Indy, maybe even a little Junior Open Wheel Formula stuff, too. Andrew Burr looks like he's going to be the first driver that will get a lap in the books here. But where you come out in relation to traffic is going to be very important here. Wes Shire falling in line back behind Burr as he's on an out lap. Burr really throws it deep into turn number 1. Excuse me, turn 2. Hooking right back through 3, the little kink at turn number 4. He's down to the inside. Wes Shire going to come around easily, so this will not be an overly quick lap for Andrew Burr. Let's pick up Elijah Travis, who's driver we did not see in the free V race. See what his first lap is going to look like. Stephen C. Thompson goes to the top of the board. Elijah Travis going to be second quick, 51.672 seconds. The driver to watch here may be Nagisa Yashikawa. Very good in the PM18 official series that you see broadcast here on the National Racing Network on Thursday nights. And Yashikawa goes top of the charts, 50.787 seconds for his first lap in this 10-minute qualifying session. Simon Fell going to move up to third quick on the board, 51.419 seconds. Seeing a little bit of Kona side there to the entrance to turn number 2. Yashikawa coming around to complete his next lap. That one going to be a 50.79 second lap, almost identical lap times. James Curtis moves up to second quick. Yashikawa getting hung up amongst some slower cars. That is absolutely going to hurt his lap times. As we pick up James Curtis here running just back behind Yashikawa. Curtis up to second quick. Haven't done this one yet here tonight. Let's make sure we get the plug in, though. Show you the weather conditions tonight presented by our friends at the Weather Center. Offensively accurate weather for eastern Pennsylvania. 77-degree track temperature. Wind's going to be out of the east-southeast at 8 miles an hour. 96-degree track temperature. A little bit on the warm side, but should be well within acceptable limits for getting these tires up to temperature. If you get too hot, things can get very slippy and greasy. And that'll change the handling characteristics in a pretty big way. Stephen C. Thompson moving up to second quick on the charts, 50.797 seconds. Just 1/100th of a second slower than Nagisa Yashikawa, as we are approaching the halfway point here in this qualifying session. Get a look here at the 84 of Cullen Johnston. Cullen having some struggles here, getting a lap on the board. He's completed 2 laps, but neither of them have scored. So he's going to have to get something in a banker lap in. 14 cars scheduled to make up the grid. 11 have taken time so far this evening. Get you a nice close-up look here at West Shire. The Homestead Coffee Roasters. Tales from Rubicon, number 16. West, the driving force behind this series for the TNT Promotions Group. Formerly run as the RIL Turbo Series, I believe. A lot of the drivers coming over from that group. Want to welcome them into the TNT party family here. Shire's going to come around to complete his 5th lap, and he moves up to 3rd quick on the board, 50.683 seconds. Still Nagisa Yoshikawa at the top of the board, 50.345. Man, that lap has gotten significantly quicker. 0.3 of a second back to Simon Fell, who's now in the 2nd position. West Shire up to 3rd. Stephen C. Thompson, James Curtis going to be your top 5. So far, only James Watson has not turned a lap here in qualifications, and we haven't seen that car out on the racetrack yet to this point. Down inside of 90 seconds remaining in qualification. Still Nagisa Yoshikawa at the top of the board. One thing that you won't have to think about here is full course cautions. Now that I get my brain in the right spot here. Don't think we're going to see any full course cautions here this evening. It would take a pretty big stack up into turn number 1. Something kind of goofy like that. Down to the last 45 seconds or so of qualifying. And West Shire moved to the top of the charts, 50.254 seconds. 50.254 for West Shire. He's going to be your quick timer over Nagisa Yoshikawa. Let's bring him up into the booth here. Wes, congratulations on a fantastic lap. Couple of more still to turn here, but you're going to be starting up towards the pointy end of the grid one way or the other here.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I'm really hoping to see.
You're kind of the mastermind behind this Bolt Series coming to the TNT platform. Tell us a little bit about it here as we get ready to go racing.
Yes, I just really wanted something a little different to what iRacing puts out officially. So rather than 2-lap single car qualifying, we got this nice little 10-minute open session. Plus, we got a little bit longer races. Should replicate the real-life distance, about 45 miles on road courses. Should be about 70 miles on ovals.
So no pit stops should be under consideration, any of that stuff. This is going to be full-out sprint racing in these cars, which is always a ton of fun to watch.
Yep, that's the plan.
All right, Wes. Well, looks like qualifications have finished. Congratulations on securing your first pole position here in the TNT Bolt Series. Good luck here as we get ready to roll tonight. Let's make sure we get the sponsor plugs and thank yous in here, too.
Yeah, I gotta say big thanks to you for broadcasting. Big thanks to Jason for really organizing the whole rock block here. And of course, big thanks to Homestead Coffee, just keeping me functional throughout the day so I can actually do this, let alone keeping me alert enough to drive these things.
All right, Wes, thank you very much. We appreciate you checking in with us here. And, qualifying has wrapped up. It is done. It is time to go racing here in Austria. We'll pull up the blimp view, get you the overhead from the NRN drone as the field's going to grid themselves up on the front straightaway, and let's show you the starting field for tonight's race. Westshire and Nagisa Yashikawa, separated by 91 thousandths of a second, will occupy the front row tonight. Simon Fell and James Curtis on row number 2. Stephen C. Thompson, Timothy Watson on row number 3. Andrew Burr and J.W. Miller on row number 4. Bill Walker, Elijah Travis on row 5. Mike McCullen and Mike Heinekamp on row number 6. Row 7 will be all alone, Mr. Cullen Johnston. James Watson handling race control duties here this evening. You heard Wes mention going to be about a 45-minute race here. Just waiting on, well, we were waiting on Bill Walker to get on the grid. Also now waiting on Nagisa Yashikawa. He's going to have about another, everybody's now out on the grid, so they will do the full pace lap here. The track is not that long to begin with, so we'll see the field pull away here in just a moment. Looks like Bill Walker may be having a bit of a connection issue here as he's popping in and out of our screens. Here, everybody grabbing the gears. Here, the pace car will pull away in just a moment. And we are ready to roll here at the Red Bull Ring on the national course. Not running the full Grand Prix layout. So once again, let us know where you're watching from here. Hopefully you are enjoying the show. Race number 2 of the TNT Rock Block. It's going to be led to green by Westshire and Nagisa Yashikawa. James Curtis and Simon Fell forming up nicely in row number 2. Timothy Watson, Stephen C. Thompson, J.W. Miller, and Andrew Burr. There you see the whole field filing their way in. Couple of more right-hand corners left to go, and we're going to turn them loose here. Pace car is in, and as always, race fans, the start of the TNT Bolt Series is going to be all yours. One lap is in the books, and this race will belong to West Shire. 32 laps the scheduled distance, 45 minutes. The total time not really going to matter, though. Seeing Nagisa Yashikawa making the big dive up into turn number 2, not quite close enough to nip West Shire out of the corner. He's going to have to regroup and see where he can go back on the attack once again. Going to get a big toe down the back straightaway. Yashikawa thought about diving down to the inside into turn number 5. Discretion, the better part of valor there. He falls back in line. West Shire now going to lead lap number 2. Slide back here, pick up J.W. Miller fighting with Stephen C. Thompson and Andrew Burr. This is the fight for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Actually, 5th place, Timothy Watson just had. Oh, and Watson goes off. Watson is off and into the tire barrier at turn number 2. Oh, another car going around. Big contact there at the back of the pack. We've got carnage in turn 2. That's Michael Heinekamp. He has the right rear torn off. He'll have to take the tow back into the pits. Mike McCullen getting a piece of the action as well. Looks like McCullen may have just been a spin. He'll be able to continue. Pick things up back at the front already, putting lap number 4 on the scoreboard. Top 3 breaking away from 4th place, James Curtis. That's West Shire, Nagisa Yashikawa, and Simon Fell. Here's Yashikawa taking a peek up to the inside. Simon Fell going to be there as well. Yashikawa may get the pass completed here as West Shire falls back in line. He's going to try the crossover right back up the hill towards turn 2. Yashikawa has the spot, but West Shire right there on his rear wing. Great line through the corner by Shire. Yashikawa able to get to the throttle just a pip sooner. Good battle here at the front of the field. Simon Fell owns the fastest lap of the race, and he said it last time by the start-finish line. 50.617 seconds. James Curtis just set a personal best out of the 4th position. Oh, West Shire gets way wide. He's up over the curbs. He's going to lose 2nd to Fell, lose 3rd to Curtis. Tough break there for West Shire. Show you what happened here on corner entry. Shire basically just a little bit too deep into the corner. Forced him out up over the sausage curbs on the outside of turn number 1. Giving up a couple of positions there, but he's going to come right back on the attack. He's going after James Curtis. He wants that podium position back. We'll check in the infield care center here with Timothy Watson. And Timothy, unfortunate way to start your race there, ending up in the tire barriers there outside of turn 2. Well, it looks like we may not have Timothy Watson available at the infield care center just yet. Great battle still ongoing here with Wes Shire and James Curtis. These two have dueled many a time in the old TNT PM18 All-Oval Series. That All-Oval Series becoming the Shock Series. Still mainly oval focused, but it is going, you are going to see some road courses. Oh, one car going around right in front of the leaders. That's Simon Fell. Simon Fell spinning out of the third position. He's back to seventh. Turn two proving to be the tricky spot on this racetrack. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay here. Overcooks it just a little bit into the quarter. Back end starts to come around, and Simon slides the car out of the way, but unfortunately had to wait for a whole line of cars to come past before he could get back into the running. Here's race leader Nagisa Yashikawa now holding on to a 2.9 second advantage over James Curtis. Absolutely running away with this one, as we are down inside of 25 laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. James Curtis runs second. Wes Shire back into the podium spots, but he's going to have to fight off Stephen C. Thompson. Out of turn number 6 and down the front straightaway. Shire not making up much ground on Curtis. Tries to get tucked in line. You will get a little bit of a draft, but you're going to have to be fairly tight. Man, Shire way up to the outside of the racetrack once again. Really pushing hard to try to get caught up to James Curtis. Oh, and he overcooks it into 2. Here's Thompson down to the inside. Shire going to have the premium position for turn 3. Thompson will have it for turn 4. Now they're going to drag race down to turn number 5. This is where Thompson may have the advantage. This is a hard right-hand turn. Oh, but Shire really lays the throttle on thick, and he's able to clear Thompson as they got into turn number 5. J.W. Miller, Andrew Burr starting to catch up to this group. And they will see lap traffic in the form of Mike Heinekamp basically exiting pit road right where the leaders are going to start to come through. Show you the intervals up here on the screen. The field has really spaced themselves out. This is by far the tightest battle on the racetrack. James Curtis over 3 seconds back of race leader Nagisa Yashikawa. It's another 1.4 seconds here back to Wes Shire. Then 2 cars within a second of each other. Shire to Thompson, Thompson to J.W. Miller. Wes Shire set the fastest lap of the race last time by 50.547 seconds. He was almost a half second quicker than James Curtis. Problem is the gap is still over 1 second. A couple of uncharacteristic errors is what we've seen out of Wes Shire here tonight, quite frankly. He's made the gap down to inside of 7, inside of 0.6 of a second. Approaching the halfway point of this race. That was tight for James Curtis. Almost getting caught up with lap traffic. Not the way you want to see that play out if you're running in the second position. But Shire did lose a little bit of time there, so the outcome was not necessarily all bad. Oh, we got one car spinning. That's Mike Heinekamp going around. Second time tonight that he's had an issue. Heinekamp able to get the car righted and back underway. Pick up Cullen Johnson and Mike McCullen. These cars battling for position up towards turn number 1. McCullen down to the inside. Easily makes that pass on Cullen Johnston. McCullen will clear. Got a long way to go, though. 13 seconds to make up to catch back up to Bill Walker. Race leader Nagisa Yashikawa just set a fastest lap of the race, 50.520 seconds. Stretching that lead out to now over 4 seconds over James Curtis. This battle for second, third, and fourth is staying tight. West Shire absolutely within range and striking distance now of James Curtis. Curtis takes a little bit wider line through 2. Going to do the same through turn 3. Shire using a little bit more of the curbs. Trouble on the racetrack for Cullen Johnston and Mike Heinekamp. We'll show you that one here in just a minute. This battle seems to have settled down here, so let's show you the replay here is heading out towards turn number 5. This is Cullen Johnston. Just way overcooks the quarter entry, slides it through. And the John Deere REI sponsored number 84. Mike Heinekamp having an issue basically right about at the same time. James Curtis doing a nice job of holding off West Shire, but man, what a great run through turn 1 for Shire. He's going to get alongside into 2, has to back out of it. Going to have another peak down to the inside. If only we had seen a little bit more give and take like that at Monza on Sunday. Down to 14 laps remaining here at the Red Bull Ring. Nagisa Yashikawa's lead out to almost 5 seconds over James Curtis and West Shire. Stephen C. Thompson's right there as well. Shire once again going to have the peak into turn number 2. Rinse and repeat. Shire going to force the issue this time as Curtis slides just a little bit wide. It is so interesting to watch these drivers using 2 completely different lines through that turns 2, 3, and 4 complex. Some of it, I would imagine, out of necessity. The aero wash could be pretty big on these cars. Trying to get some clean air to the front wings of those cars to assist with downforce. Once again, Shire looks to the inside through 2. This is rinse and repeat lap after lap. They're going to be giving up time to the race leader battling like this, but the fight is on for the second position, and they're going to be catching lap traffic. Elijah Travis just ahead of this 3-car battle on the racetrack. That's going to give Curtis the little bit of a tow up the hill towards turn 1. Everybody through Nicky Lauda cleanly there. Travis out of the way down to the inside of the racetrack. Shire not able to take advantage, but Thompson's going to be right there as well. Shire can't be too focused out the front visor of that car. Going to have to at least peek at the rear view mirrors. West Shire once again makes the look into turn 2. He's going to be there, and he'll clear James Curtis this time. Curtis not able to cross back over as they head immediately into turn 3. Now we'll see if West Shire are going to be able to check out here just a little bit. Curtis going to have the advantage of the tow. They get down into turn 5, short run to turn 6. Very easy to carry too much speed through that corner. Get it out too far off the racetrack. Down to 10 laps to go here at the Red Bull Ring. West Shire goes fastest lap of the race, 50.479. About 0.05 of a second faster that time by than race leader Nagisa Yashikawa, but it may not matter. Shire able to open the gap up to 0.6 of a second here. A little bit of a bobble on the exit of 6. Going to let Curtis close right back in. Just today, we released a new edition of the Pizza at the Pagoda podcast. Make sure you check that out on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Giving a review of the Portland race weekend for the NTT IndyCar Series. On the live broadcast side of things, coming up tomorrow night, the High Side Hustle guys will have Logan Wagner on the show, picking up a very, very big payday. Oh, trouble for James Curtis. He runs wide into turn number 1, going to give up the 3rd position to Stephen C. Thompson. Thompson now going to go hunting after West Shire. See a little bit of a tank slapper there. Out of the 16 of Shire into 2. Get you a look at the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay on this one. You'll see it. Curtis just a little bit wide, overcooks the entry. That allows Thompson to get past. Curtis able to fight back, but Thompson comes right back around and completes the pass. So puts Stephen C. Thompson up to the third position. Let's give you the full field rundown here. Race leader Nagisa Yoshikawa out in front by 7 seconds as he's going to come down to see 6 laps remaining here in the TNT Bolt Series premier event at the Red Bull Ring. And he goes fastest lap of the race, 50.460 seconds. Westshire runs into second position, just as quick on the lap time. 50.479 for his best lap. Unfortunately, the last lap was about a half second slower than Yoshikawa. There you see Stephen C. Thompson currently running in the third position. We pick up James Curtis, who runs in fourth. Started this race in the fourth position as well. Slide back 1, and we come to the 6 of J.W. Miller, your Hard Charger Award nominee to this point in the race. Up 3 spots to run in the 5th position. Simon Fell recovering nicely after his spin early on. He'll be in the 256 machine, unfortunately down 3 from where he started the race this evening. Andrew Burr coming across the start-finish line in the number 23. No change in position for Burr, running about 4 seconds behind Fell in the battle for the 6th position. Bill Walker runs in the 8th position, next to last car on the lead lap. Walker 29 seconds back of Andrew Burr. He's going to ride around here and finish this one out. Mike McCullen getting past, going a lap down to J.W. Miller. McCullen, final car running at least towards the front anyway. Elijah Travis in the 51 still out on the racetrack, but 3 laps down to the race leader. Michael Heinekamp also on the racetrack, currently running in the 12th position, 1 lap behind Elijah Travis. Westshire's opened up the gap over Stephen C. Thompson to about 0.7 of a second. So we're going to be down to 3 laps to go this next time by the start-finish line. We've got another full race coming up here. That will be the debut of the TNT Shock Series. 45-minute timed race for the PM18s coming up from Phoenix. That one's going to require pit stops, some strategy games, and a whole lot more. You don't want to miss that one. Coming up here next on the National Racing Network. How about the quick lap last time from Westshire? 50.305. He is definitely putting in some flyers, that is for sure here. But we're going to be down to 2 laps to go. And here is your race leader, Nagisa Yoshikawa. Absolutely dominant from the drop of the green flag in this race. The lead over 6 seconds over Westshire. It is going to take something crazy to to knock Nagisa Yashikawa off the top step of the podium. He'll come off of turn number 6. And he will see the white flag this time by 31 laps in the scorebook. 1 to go for the Illinois driver. Holds a nice tight line through turn number 2. We've seen Nagisa win a couple of times on the broadcast PM18 official series on Thursday nights. That series will return this week in its familiar 10:15 time slot on Thursday nights. Off at turn number 6 for the final time. First checkered flag in the history of the Bolt Series will belong to Nagisa Yashikawa. He takes the win here at the Red Bull Ring. West Shire going to come across the line in second. Stephen C. Thompson comes home in the 3rd position. James Curtis, J.W. Miller will round out your top 5. As your race leader comes around, and we'll get ready to take care of the victory lane interviews here. Let's show you your race results here this evening. Nagisa Yashikawa, your winner by 6.5 seconds over West Shire. Stephen C. Thompson rounds out the podium. James Curtis, J.W. Miller complete your top 5. 6 through 10, Simon Fell, Andrew Burr, Bill Walker, Mike McCullen, and Cullen Johnston. Elijah Travis, Mike Heinekamp, and Timothy Watson complete tonight's field. With that, let's get your victory lane interviews up and running here. And we'll kick things off with 3rd place finishing Stephen C. Thompson. And second time tonight we've gotten to talk to you here, brother. Once again, very nice race, good pace. Not much more you could ask for.
Yeah, I really don't think I've driven this track or this car combo since like week 4 officials this past season. It's not something you see very often. USF is a pretty fun little light car. National circuit at Red Bull Ring doesn't get a lot of love most of the times, but it's fun, especially in the lower horsepower cars. I really probably didn't deserve 3rd unless we had like 2 or 3 people spin off at that off-camber hairpin at the top of the hill, quote unquote. But yeah, it was fun. I'm trying to remember who was with Wes and I.
I think it was Simon that went out earliest there.
Oh, I was talking about who was in the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We got past him after some lap traffic caught us up at turn 1. But Wes almost gave up the spot to him a couple times running wide. So it was pretty fun. Didn't really do much practice on this, just kind of dropped the arrow and hope to have a rocket ship in a straight line. But somehow Wes outran me on the straights every single time. So it was fun. Wes is definitely living up to his name. And it was fun to take 2 thirds in one night. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3 in the 3rd race.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on the podium again here. And let's get your thank yous and plugs in once again.
We're going to go a different route this time. The spotter doesn't get a shout-out because he wasn't here. He's watching anime somewhere. So shout-out Player One Esports, Press Start Energy, Evolve Youth Esports. Great group of guys over there. Really interesting situation they've got. But all credit to them because they still let me drive these cool paints that I somehow ruin in GMP.
Well, I tell you what, it was a very good run for you tonight. Congratulations and good luck here in the PM18s in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
We'll pick up here your runner-up finisher this evening, Mr. West Shire. Fantastic shot of that Homestead Coffee Roasters. Tales from Rukon, number 16. You did your darndest to throw that thing away there at one point into turn number 1. What entered your head at that point in the race?
Not like this. That was way closer than I would have liked. There were a couple of really big moments there. little bit with lap traffic towards the end, but nothing too horrible. But yeah, that was man, like if I hadn't thrown away a whole bunch of time on off tracks and slow down penalties, I think I would have been in with a shot for the win.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, you set the fastest lap of the race by almost a tenth and a half over Nagisa's quick lap time. It seemed like the car had the pace. Ultimately, it was the one mistake, maybe compounded a little bit, and that was kind of all she wrote.
Yeah, as soon as I got stuck behind Curtis, is like I was faster, but it's tough to pass. So, yeah, is what it is. It's my fault, but just got to be better next week. That's
Hey,
all.
2 good runs so far here to kick off the TNT Rock Block, and now we're going to go to Phoenix in the PM18s. Got to be looking forward to that one here. That place is always a blast.
Oh yeah, gonna go see if I can get myself a little homestead coffee before the race, and that'll really keep me ready to go for this. This is gonna be all hands on deck, and really have to pay attention, look ahead, and it's gonna be fun.
All right, Wes, thank you very much, bud. We appreciate it. And let's bring up your race winner here, Nagisa Yashikawa. Absolutely dominating performance here tonight, Nagisa, coming home 6.5 seconds up on Wes Shire, who was no slouch in these cars. That was a heck of a performance for you tonight.
Yeah, it was a really fun race. I feel like Wes got a little bit stuck back in the pack, and I think we had pretty similar pace, but yeah, it was fun.
All in all, not a bad way to start the season. We're used to seeing you in the PM18s in both the officials and every once in a while a pop-in appearance into the old PM18 All Oval Series. What do you think is the biggest difference from these cars? Is it just the horsepower, or what else comes into play in that difference between the USF 2000 and the PM18?
I mean, yeah, the speed, but also like I was driving on the baseline setup for this race, and that tends to be a little less loose than the PM18, but it's pretty similar, and I still like it. But I don't drive it much because it's fixed for the officials. So but yeah, it was fun.
Well, this one was a lot of fun to watch here tonight. Hopefully, we're going to get to see in the PM18 race here in just a little bit. One, are you going to run it? And two, what are your thoughts as that those cars head off to Phoenix?
Unfortunately, I don't have Phoenix. I really need to get it, but I'm gonna try and run as many races as I can this season. But for one, Tuesdays are really jam-packed for me, and I don't own a lot of the tracks, so we'll see. But I really enjoyed it.
All right, Nagisa, thank you very much here for checking in with us. Congratulations on the win, and let's make sure we get all the sponsor shout-outs, thank yous, and plugs in here before we let you go.
Yeah, just I don't really have any real sponsors, but thanks to my teammates and all the other competitors for racing clean. And, yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much, sir. Congratulations on the win. That is your race winner, Nagisa Yashikawa. Man, 2 good races here so far. There you see the finishing order on the left-hand side of your screen. And with that, we're going to wrap things up here for Bolt Series coverage. Race number 2 of the TNT Rock Block here on a Tuesday night. And one more big one yet to come. 45 minutes for the PM18s at Phoenix. This one is going to be a blast. I absolutely love. One of the best car combinations is the PM18s and Phoenix, especially with the open dog leg. That really leads to some craziness. But with that, we're going to get out of here, hop on the jet, fly back over to Phoenix, and we will check in with you all in just a little bit here. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the TNT Rock Block right here on the National Racing Network.